are far smarter than you can ever imagine. There is no obstacle that you cannot overcome, no problem that you cannot solve, and no goal that you cannot achieve by applying your mind to your situation. Go on and go on and go on and
Well, good morning, people. Oh, well, good morning. How are y'all on this wonderful, glorious morning? I got my glasses on so I can see some shit today. I'm tired of being blind.
You talking too loud, bro.
I am not talking too loud. What's the matter? Your head hurt a little bit? You okay? Is something wrong? Is something wrong? You okay? Did you have a rough night? Was it a rough night? It wasn't a rough night for me. It was a wonderful day and night for me.
It was a great night for me.
Football was amazing like it is. The
amazing.
playoffs did not, you know what I mean, disappoint at all. You know what I mean? I'm talking about you Giants just got your asses handed to you. We're going to get to that in a minute. We're going to get to that in a minute.
Oh, hold up. Foul on the play.
Wait a minute.
Foul on the play?
Okay. Months ago, you were about to desert your commanding
You
ship.
didn't even let me get there. You didn't.
Yes.
And now you're doing this?
Okay, so hold on. I am not deserting anybody. I am not deserting. I still stand with my Commanders. You know what I mean? Although as crappy as they may be, but I know what I'm going to get from them. I don't get all built up and hype. You know what I mean? Because I know I'm going to be disappointed with my Commanders. You know what I mean? Now I fucked with the Giants. You know what I mean? I've always said that I fucked with the Giants. But you know, hey, it is what it is. I'm always going to be a Commander. This is what it is. I just don't do Tootie or whatever the fuck his name is. But it's okay. You know what I mean? You saw him? Oh God.
In person?
Probably did.
Okay, since our excitement, well, not mine. One of our excitement allowed us to run all over our entrance.
Oh shit!
Good
I'm sorry.
morning.
Good morning, Kiki. How are you? This
Welcome
morning?
to Real Talk Uncensored. I'm Kiki.
I am Tone.
And our esteemed colleague is Half and Half. Good morning. Y'all had coffee? You know what half and half is? Just saying. Half and half. And if y'all seen them, it makes perfect sense, does it not?
Damn. Okay, so there it is. You know what I mean?
There it is.
There it is.
Now talk your shit.
You know, I'm just feeling very good this morning. It's a wonderful morning. You know what I mean? Football was great this weekend. I watched football all weekend. I sat down. I didn't do shit this weekend. I just sat on my ass. It was a lazy weekend for me. And I watched TV and I watched football. you Giants. Y'all just didn't even show up to play. They didn't even show up to play. They didn't show up to play. They got ran out the building. You know what I mean?
Don't mind me while I just.
You're just digging, looking for shit? Okay, well,
right now. Just
in the middle of shit. I get it. You know, so let's talk about.
Because you got a lot of shit to talk. So I got
Kansas City is gonna go down. The Bengals ran Bills right up out the fucking building in the middle of the snow. Ran their asses out the building. You know what I mean? Fought commanding team. That was a commanding team. That team was. I like the Bengals. You know what I mean? I'm calling my Super Bowl now.
Okay.
I'm calling my Super Bowl now.
And you can't change it.
I'm not changing it. I'm not changing it.
So
So half and half. This is the Super Bowl. It will be Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not Kansas City. Remember first. It will be Cincinnati Bengals, right? And Philadelphia Eagles. I'm calling it.
Okay.
10 toes down. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's fair. It's recorded. So y'all heard me. I say it. And once again, it's the Cincinnati Bengals and Philadelphia Eagles will be your Super Bowl for 2023.
And the Bengals will be your champs. The Bengals will be your champs.
I don't count them out. You know what I mean? I don't count them out. I think that's going to be a really, really dope game. I think that would be the game to watch.
Okay.
I mean?
So let me.
Here's why I don't think Kansas City's going to win, because with Mahomes in that high ankle sprain, he's not going to be able to move the way he wants to. And besides, Cincinnati has his number. So, the very last game. Oh no! My lovely colleague here.
No. I like. You know what? I sit to your left. I speak last. I sit to your absolutely.
So I watched the game yesterday and I was like, okay, cool. Let me go downstairs. Let me take a shower. Let me get my food. Let me get my grub on, because this is the game of the night. The Dallas Cowboys. And I'm expecting them to show up like they did last week. Like, ugh. But they had a problem. You know what I mean? How do you lose to a rookie quarterback? This is what is it, first year? His first time he only has 10 games? What is it, 7 games? 8 games? One, he's been undefeated. Why do I hear elevated music? Huh? Oh, no, that's not you. That's this motherfucker here. God damn, I keep hearing the fucking elevator. I'm like, so you have a quarterback, young quarterback. He's thrown in there, you know what I mean? And he's been handling his business. I'm going to say this. The game was very defensive. It was a defensive game. Is that fair to say? I was surprised with Dallas's defensive play. I was surprised. I didn't think they were going to give that type of performance. You know, Dak struggled. So now I have $1 million question for you Cowboy fans. Is Dak still your man? At this point in time, is Dak still your man? Now, I'm going to give you credit because I said, they make it to the playoffs and they get sent home. So y'all made it to the playoffs, y'all won and done, right? So y'all still proved me right in a way because you can't get it done. I was having a conversation with a Cowboys fan the other day. It was Friday. And I had a conversation with this Cowboys fan. And this motherfucker talked about everything else. And I was like, just explain to me, you know what I mean, the dynamics of your team. We're going to the Super Bowl. Now, when I asked you, do you think you can get past this game? We're going to the Super Bowl. Watch. We're going to be in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And then the first thing they want to revert back to is, when was the last time your team has been in the Super Bowl? You know what I mean? A couple of years before your team, won the Super Bowl. It's been years, right? It's been 20 years, over 20 years, something like that. So, but that's not what I asked you. I asked you, how do you feel about your team? What do you think your team? Do you really think your team has what it takes to? We're going to the Super Bowl and this, that, and third. And I get that from a lot of Cowboy fans. They don't want to hear nothing else. They want to. First they want to do is just run to your team and bash your team. Oh, you're a Commanders fan. Oh, you suck. Right? That's the first thing they want to say. But when you want to talk to them about their team and you want to talk football, they don't want to have that conversation. You know what I mean? They're in denial that their team isn't as good as they think it is. You know what I mean? Now, Kiki, my question to you.
Yes, sir.
Because I love rapping with you because you're very real. I saw the Cowboys Cup and everything.
Oh, I got to represent.
She's going to represent regardless.
I was going to tell you. Yes.
Regardless.
Yes.
Now, is Dak your man moving forward?
May I answer that question last?
Oh, you want to answer that question?
Yeah,
last?
because are you handing me?
I'm handing you the mic.
So
It's all you.
can I answer?
You can
I'm
answer it.
gonna forget the question.
I'm gonna give it to you right now.
Now, what I'd like to say is, this show was sponsored by the Dallas Cowboys. Win, lose, or fucking draw, she's gonna represent. Kay,
Okay.
got her drip. She got her drip today.
Okay.
So I want to say this. It's so sad that you continue to talk to people who are unrealistic, especially Cowboy fans. Like, cause what I want everyone to understand, that I understand, is that I always am on the side of teams that people hate. People shit on Lakers. People shit on Cowboys. I'm just used to it, so I get it. I feel like there is no difference between my team losing and your team losing.
Okay.
Like somebody asked me last night, and I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get
Oh,
you
no,
a
no,
question.
go ahead. Go ahead. Take
Someone
your time.
asked me last night, why is it that when you watch the games and then all of a sudden when you're losing, you start seeing the stadium empty of blue? I said, because it's the same thing when you're at the Redskins Stadium. Motherfuckers don't want to stay and watch that shit because it's a letdown. It's a sheer disappointment. Here's where I differ from the people that you talk to. I not say we're gonna get to the playoffs, but we're not gonna get past that first game? Did I not say that?
You did say that.
You said, you're gonna blah, 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 blah. I said, no, we're gonna make it. We're gonna advance, but we're not gonna make it. Here's why. I believe we fought for the playoff spot, but we're incapable of fighting any longer because of who we have. We're too inconsistent. I believe that if we hadn't made it, I would have been mad because I knew we wasn't gonna win because we're not committed to winning yet. Our team, we got good moments. We got good people. I was mad at Diggs last night for a lot of shit. I'm not a yeller.
Not a yeller.
I was mad at Diggs last night, and it's a lot of things that I saw. It proves we're not ready. When you don't turn the ball over, my nigga, you don't lose. You don't get to the end zone and not make it in the playoffs. You don't. I knew when we got down there it was going to be a kerfuffle.
A kerfuffle.
A kerfuffle.
That is the word for today,
That's
y'all.
the word for the day.
That's the word for the day. Kerfuffle.
I knew that, and I can stand in any place with anybody toe to toe. I hate talking to fans.
Okay.
I hate talking to fans, especially Commander Niners. Get the fuck on.
Ooh.
I can't stand Commander Niners, and that's who I was talking to last night. I don't like
Commander
talking.
Niners?
Yes, you're a fan, my nigga. I asked the girl. I said, "What just happened?" I don't know. All I know is that y'all didn't. No, talk to me.
Don't that shit piss you
It
off?
pissed me off. So in the end of it, because I don't duck no wreck, I answer all calls. I inboxes, and y'all should see the disrespect that's in my inbox. I answer all of those. I'll take a picture with you. I'll smile. I'll repost your shit because I probably feel how you feel, but I will not discuss your feelings. We're going to discuss fucking stats and facts about the game, but I will not go back and forth with you about your feelings.
Okay.
Now, to answer your questions, because I don't yell,
Okay.
Dak is not. Our kicker, people was talking about our kicker last night. I got total faith in our kicker. I'm gonna tell you why. And it's finna sound contradictory because out of 50 kicks, he missed 3. He got 3 points. Out of 50 points, he missed 3. 53 points, he missed. He missed 3. Yes, three extra points is what he missed. So I know motherfuckers have bad days because I, as a hairstylist, I'm in the medical field. I have bad days where shit just ain't 100%, and I get it. And it's a letdown and a disappointment. Dak has too many bad moments for me. For the money that he's getting, I think for real, I love Ezekiel and I have his kid right now. We could do a raw on the 50-yard line on the star. But it's over. And I knew when Pollard got hurt last night, I saw, you know how you have the graph, right? Look, and the numbers do this. I saw it plummet. I kind of knew that. So I think that our dream team is no longer. And to answer your question, no, Dak is not. Can he be? I don't know what he needs because it's him.
Okay.
You choke. You, whatever it is, you can't push through. Like I see, and with Purdy, I was waiting for whatever the end was going to be because had we won, it would have been, he's a rookie quarterback. Oh my God, he was 3rd round draft pick. Everybody was going to come with their shit. Yes, everybody was going to come with their shit. Yeah. Now that we lost, that's still a thing. It does not matter. Had we put the ball in that man's hand and you saw what happened when defense step up, you put that fucking pressure, you make him make decisions, the rookie in him shows up. So in the end of all that, we lost that game They did not win. Bang, bang, fuck the game. Congratulations.
Okay. So,
I had a whole lot.
You know what I mean? See, that's a real fan that I can rap with. Even though she's a Cowboys fan, I can rap with her because she thinks rationally. Most Cowboy fans don't think rationally right now. They just don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? They don't want to hear it. Now, Dak received all that money, and you go in there and you're like the interception king. Interception king. Can't win like that, Dak. Dak is the problem. Dak is the problem. I say it again. During the regular season, this team plays phenomenal. You know what I mean? They are strong. They do amazing shit in the regular season. But when it comes to the playoffs, the team lost. Mm-hmm. Now, as for your kicker.
Yes.
I get it. I get it. That's you can't be perfect all the time. But this isn't the time of year not to be perfect, and the team or the coaches don't have confidence in your leg. Can't have that. You cannot go into the playoffs and so I was listening to what a lot of people saying was like, yo, he's shook in his mind. It's going to take him a minute before he gets back to his normal self. You know what I mean? And I've seen some of the play last night was designed. We don't trust this dude. We don't trust this dude. And they were like, yo, they got enough two-point conversions. Yo, you got to have trust in your kicker. You need your kicker. You know what I mean? Do you keep him? Possibly. Possibly. I don't see y'all firing him. Maybe. But I don't see y'all firing him. I see y'all kicking him. He had a little rough patch. Okay, we back. We good. We didn't win. It wasn't his fault.
When they blocked the kick. It wasn't. They blocked the punt. It wasn't.
It wasn't his fault. But what they were trying, if you listen to the commentators, they were like, that was going to be off anyway because of the angle, the way he kicked it, and where the ball was blocked. Now, we've seen balls get up in the air and curve back and all this other shit, which should be completely fine. But it wasn't his fault why those Cowboys lost that game.
It wasn't.
It wasn't his fault.
And I'm not going to let nobody say it. I feel I'm posting a number up for everybody.
Oh, we got a new number?
Yes. Our new number is 301-761-1040.
Okay,
so I posted the number.
I see you on that post, Earl. I see you out here, but we'll get to you in a minute, Earl.
But I wanted to say about the kicker situation, right?
What's up?
Because I put myself in people's shoes all the time, right? Never played a professional game of football a day in my life. But I could understand how if I was the reason that we almost lost and the thing that I do is the thing that I'm not doing today. So your team feels some type of way, which is why I was asking the questions. If your kicker misses multiple times in the playoffs, you keep him in for purposes of morale or take him out to regroup or replace?
You keep him in for morale. You keep him in because the team that's what they know. You know what I mean? And this is not like you clearly said it. This man has been 50 in a row for you guys. Yep. He's been on point, and he ran into a little hiccup on the road. That's just like any one of us somewhere in our life. We may be on point or something and run into a hiccup and have a couple bad days. He had a couple bad days at the office. You know what I mean? That's all it was. I don't think you kick him to the curb for that. You know what I mean? You don't kick him to the curb. Now, what will happen in the offseason, that's something completely different. You know what I mean? We'll see what tends to happen there. You know what I mean? But right now, I think your bigger concern is not your kicker. It's your fucking quarterback. It's your fucking quarterback is your biggest concern. You know what I mean? He is unreliable. When it comes to the playoffs, you know what I mean? Yes, he had a dominating performance last week. A dominating performance. He cannot be consistent in the playoffs. It's like Kiki said before. She was like, this is him.
Yeah.
This is Dak. This is Dak. He can't be. So he against the Commanders, a game that he should have it should have been easy peasy for him to run right through him like a bad case of diarrhea. He couldn't get it done. He played like shit. And he bounced back. Hold on. That was a low.
Yep.
Hold on. Then he bounces back the next week. And oh, God, Dak was the best. He threw interceptions. He was good. And then the following week, what did he do again? Back down again.
Well, no. I'm not going to say down. The loss was the loss. That was a good game, though. The loss was the loss. And defensively, you can't fuck with us. Secondly, I feel like we can't give – I give moments. You got good moments. You got fucked up moments. One of those picks was not his fault. It wasn't. Homeboy, he abandoned the route, didn't come back to the ball. He placed that motherfucker where it's supposed to be. Okay. You did not make it. And I looked at it and I saw it, and guess what? A pick is a fucking pick. Was I mad? Yes. But again, the proof is there. You abandoned your fucking route. So I can't give back that. Now, what I can agree with you on is, and what I was saying earlier, there is inconsistent. You're consistently inconsistent. We can expect you to turn the ball over. You shouldn't. We expect you to turn the ball over. You shouldn't. And in that game, you're supposed to have to pull whatever you had in you. Because for real, I watched the game, and I wasn't mad when I walked away. Okay. I wasn't.
Somebody calling in?
Somebody calling us? Oh.
What the fuck is that on the screen?
It definitely is a number up there.
There's a number up there. All of a sudden, that shit popped in from somewhere. There's a number on the screen. I'm looking at it. Who we talking to?
That's fucking Earl.
That's who it is?
I bet you that. I bet you.
fucking Earl.
Siren said, good morning, everybody. Sorry, I'm not ignoring y'all. Siren said if the kicker doesn't feel up to it, take his ass out.
Yeah. Caller, you
there? Good morning, Mona.
Morning, sis. Caller, you there? Are you not
I'm here.
Hey.
Oh.
Listen.
Who we talking to?
Hey. Hello.
Who we talking to?
Yeah, this Earl, man.
The Welcher.
Oh.
You're a Welcher.
Oh.
Good morning. You're a Welcher. You're a Welcher.
You need to check your cash out. Don't do me.
No, I got that. What were you supposed to do? When I talked to you on a video, what were you supposed to do? You were supposed to don the garment that dons the star.
You know what? I got you. I'll send that to you. But look here,
it's tax on that now, homie.
Ooh.
It's interest on that. Yes, it's tax on that. Yes.
But this is my thing. You knew this was going to happen. I cannot believe that you allowed yourself to believe for the 27th time that it was going to be any different. I can't believe it.
Slide back on that. Or as she said,
I can't believe it.
Continue.
After 27 years. But look here. Everybody want to get rid of the kicker. Stackman, he led the league in interceptions this year. Y'all ready to get rid of him yet?
Continue.
Are you ready to get rid of him yet?
Continue. Because I don't know where you were. I don't know where you were for the first 5 minutes, but we've covered that. But have your moment, sir. But look, and get that shirt. Get that shirt for 2 weeks. Get that jersey. Be on me. Be on me. But start the day out with that motherfucking jersey pick. Find a nice one now. Find a nice one. Just do that. Because I got to talk to you greasy because you did me greasy. And so I can't even take the disrespect from you.
No. I totally forgot about the picture, but I got you.
Of course you did. Of course. You forgot about a lot of stuff until reminded. Because had it been the other way around, I even called you on the video.
I take care of it.
Okay. But you know what?
When I'm reminded, I take care of it.
But you know, that's the operative word. No one should remind someone who take the biggest part of their balls.
For the rest of the year, sit at home for the rest of the year and learn what excellence is, because it's not in Dallas.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. And do me a favor. Take the heaviest part of your nuts that you brought on here with your bet. You should not have to ever be reminded. You should not have to be reminded. You should not have to be reminded. Am I wrong? You placed a bet with the heaviest part of your nuts. You paid with the heaviest part of your nuts. So listen, sir, because you hung up now, I'm going to need 2 weeks of that. I'm going to need a different one jersey this week, because today's Monday, before the end of business, please. And then another one next week. And if you don't agree with that, please call me back. And then you got to have a counter, but it's got to be the same caliber, okay?
As you see, I'm not getting into this conversation because, a bet is a bet. If you make a bet, you have to honor the bet.
Thank you, Earl.
You can't forget.
I heard Tone's Super Bowl prediction. I've yet to hear Kiki's.
Thank you. Ooh, yes.
Okay. So y'all want to hear the salty part of me first? You want to hear my salt?
Let's hear the salt. Let's get the salt out the way.
I cannot even fix my teeth to say 49ers for a lot of reasons. Okay, they got their fifth ring first. We got some history in the past. We got some shit that happened last year. I'm a little salty about that. So I will not say them. But that team, I think I would like the Bengals and the 49ers to go. I would like them to go. But in my right mind, it's probably listen, it's hard.
Are you
It's
still
hard.
salty? Is this the salty side or is this?
That was the salty
That was
side of me,
salty? Okay,
right?
so let's
So because Mahomes, my homie, is having some issues, I can't count him out because
No, you can't.
I can't count him out. But who I would like to see, or who do I think? 'Cause let me
You
clarify
think.
that. Clarify who I think,
Who do you think? That's what I said, right? Who do you think?
who I think,
gave my
or
prediction.
Whoever, what
I
is
would
your
like to-
prediction?
who I would
Between the final four teams, who you believe will be in the Super Bowl and winning?
goddamn. Eagles is they looking good, boy. So
Yeah.
Eagles and the Bengals. Eagles and the Bengals.
So half and half. What is your prediction?
Well, hold on. And winner.
And the
I didn't call
winner,
him winner. I didn't call him winner.
Hey, well, you did.
I
I didn't call
think
him winner. I just said who would be in the Super Bowl.
I think the Bengals gonna win.
Okay.
I think the Bengals gonna win.
Oh, that's gonna be a good game.
It's
I'm
gonna
not, I
be a good
can't
game.
call. I couldn't call the winner out of that. This is gonna be a good game.
He said
Joe
think-
Burrow is looking. Yeah,
He is, huh?
Dicker.
I'll give him that.
But on the same token, you know what I mean? Like Jalen Hurts is yeah. So it's
Jalen Hurts
hard.
is what?
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's good. So I can't make that prediction just yet. But what? Half and half. Do you?
Yes,
Okay.
Earl, the heavy part.
I posted this on my Facebook page last night because I saw the writing on the wall. It will be Bengals Niners 3 showdown in the Valley, and the winner of the Super Bowl, in all bitterness, will be my girl Rihanna because that is the only thing I am interested in right now. Thank you.
The Grinch.
Yo.
The Grinch.
What the fuck? Okay. You heard it there first.
That's fair.
Okay.
Really quickly, I got one question
Yeah, what's
for the real Commanders, not the Commander Niners.
Yeah. What's up?
Could you see Brady being
No.
a commander? Let me get it.
Oh. Fuck no.
Who's the ideal quarterback for you all?
I think we stick
With the fit, with your scheme and how
we
everything
stick
goes.
with our rookie quarterback. We stick with Howell. We stick with the young boy, and that's that. You stick with him and let him rock out. Let him rock out. We're starting to see a lot of these quarterbacks that are being drafted on lower levels perform better than some of these veteran quarterbacks. Be realistic. Last night was a case. It was a 7th round pick.
Yeah.
It was a 7th round pick somewhere around like that, and yeah. So, I mean, I don't see in our offseason, you don't go after Brady because if Brady wants to continue playing, he's not going to play in Tampa. He'll probably end up in Las Vegas. You know what I mean? I think Las Vegas or Miami.
You
Las
think?
Vegas.
You think? Because
Brady ain't going to quit. This nigga gave up his family.
No, I mean
I don't know.
Tua, because the farm is on Tua.
Yeah.
You think that they would? I think he'd be a great fit for Miami.
I think he would be a great fit for Miami. But you're not going to just do that. Where you going to send to him?
I would like him to go for real. I would like him to go where Sean Payton is. I would like that, but I guess we need to give Russ a. Did he pick?
So
What?
I see my sister's on here. Good morning, Ramona. Good
Okay,
morning.
let's keep it 100. Tom Brady,
Oh my God!
look, you open that window, not me.
Yeah, look, it's Tom Brady hater right there. Here we go. Come on.
Let's keep it real.
Okay.
If Tom Brady plays one more year, the only reason he'll go anywhere else out of Florida, it has to be for money reasons, because he wants to stay near his kids. I'm gonna keep it 100. So among either he stays in Tampa, if he goes to Miami, it doesn't make any sense because I don't think that offense fits him.
That's what I was wondering with this game.
Okay.
So.
Okay, that's fair.
And let's truly be honest. Tampa, like I said, once you brought in Tom Brady, that window is going to be so small. You have to. It's a win. It was a win now situation.
It is.
They won.
That's it.
They have to move on. You can't keep it on for another year to the point where he feels like, okay, yeah, we look, but look how the NFC South was. I mean, Carolina could have won that division if they didn't fall apart in that game. They could have won that division. So let's keep it real. Tom Brady is not leaving out of Florida because of his kids.
Okay, is Lamar staying in Baltimore?
Yes. He said it, and everybody has said they're going to work it out. If not, if it's not a full lengthy deal, it'll be, as of right now, going into next season, he'll be tagged. He'll be tagged. Yeah.
And your preference?
Preference of what?
Do you want him to be tagged? Or do you want him to
Either way, he's staying. I want him to stay.
I hope he does. I hope he
I mean,
works something out next
the
year.
thing is, it's one. He's making his deal. It's not an agent. That's the surprising thing. So I think that's the real problem with Lamar getting a full term deal, and then
I think you can say-
smartly enough getting Greg Norman quote unquote stepping down was the best decision, because all honesty, it was, like I said the prior week. That would keep in mind, folks. There's one thing with head coach. Kansas City's coach. He calls the plays for the offense. For the Ravens, it was Greg Norman. Greg Norman made that call. He was going to get fired for that call because that was a dumb one.
Rafe Miller.
Yes. I was going to
Did
go
you
ahead.
see that fucking Rafe? Bro, I love you, bro. We good money. But really?
He said, y'all just counting on my Chiefs? No worries. We will be Super Bowl champs this year.
Greg, look again.
Come on.
Patrick Mahomes was limping off
the field.
that field at the end of that game. You're going to
Not-
sit there and tell me within a week he'll be
Impossible.
okay.
No,
Impossible.
Mr. Miyagi be back there. Like, I don't
Mr.
know.
Miyagi is done.
Well, let me put my hands on you real quick. I don't think Mr. Miyagi can be held
Shoot, the guy from the State Farm commercial can't help him with
Exactly.
this.
You know what I mean? Even if they wrap that joint up and hit him with a shot, you know what I mean? It's going to take one wrong tackle. He's going to be down again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see him winning the Super Bowl. I don't see y'all advancing past next week. You just don't. Then on top of you playing a team that has your number for the last 3 games. Got your number for the last 3 games. Isn't this like a rematch though? Didn't they face them last year?
Chiefs Bengals bet last year.
In the same scenario? And then what
In
happened?
Kansas City, yes.
And what happened?
I wanted the Bills. I wish the Bills had done something. I wanted
Here-
The
them
here-
Bills were disappointing like shit
not,
yesterday.
The
yeah,
Bills.
they hurt my
Here's
feelings.
the issue with the Bills. They're, especially with Josh Allen, I think he is in right now slowly becoming the Peyton Manning of this generation, where he is like he's a good quarterback. He'll get your team to the playoffs and all that, but he can't get over that hump. But the thing is like for me, I'm an old school guy. I don't believe in just a quarterback to be the be all the end all for an entire team.
Okay.
The Bills issue, for whatever reason that game was, I don't know what happened there. It was like seeing the highlights again, and it's like you guys, you had everything. Snow on the field. They were in your house this time. You had the emotions from your fallen player, giving you that pep talk and all that stuff. You had everything running for you. And you're facing a team where it all happened last time. And somehow you could not beat this team. Bengals were, like I said, if it wasn't for that dumb fumble, you would be facing the Ravens, not the Bengals.
White man. I mean,
Yes.
half and half.
Whatever.
Their
my name
comment
is.
reads, Lamar is a fool for staying with Baltimore. He's wasting his talent, and Baltimore will throw him away once he gets hurt.
God. Okay, again, is this person a Cowboy fan or a random
he's Chiefs.
person?
He's Chiefs.
Okay.
Kansas City.
I'm going to say this again. Greg Norman was making the offensive play calling. Greg Norman called that stupid play that caused that fumble. Where I seen that play before 2 years ago where Lamar lost the football as well, claiming that he crossed the line, which he didn't, and it did the same thing. So don't sit there and tell me we're wasting his talent, because we have exploited his talent since year 2. So shut up. Sit in that damn Kansas City barbecue country and enjoy your team getting your ass handed to you by the Bengals, all right? Leave my team alone.
Well, damn.
Because better keep in mind, just bring your plate of barbecue because we'll have a seat for you, just like, waiting for you, okay? Anywho.
Look, they was telling me last night, oh, come sit on the couch. I said, no, we're not the same. Unless it's the playoff couch, we're not sitting on the, we're not the same. No, not sitting on the, the Commanders. Oh, come sit on the, no, sis. No. I'll sit with Giants. I'll sit with whoever. I'll sit with Vikings. I'll sit with them. I will not. No.
For those who didn't know, so pretty much it's like, look, I'm in the VIP seating. I'll sit over here. You guys, be among the public.
We got a suite up in this bitch. Okay. We are not the same.
All right, back to what I was saying. Josh Allen, I think it's not all him. It is something with that team, and they still need to get it. But ladies and gentlemen, I think we're taking a trip up to
Top 10 Caucasian. Did you think we weren't going to do it? We weren't going to talk about football all day.
No.
We have to talk about the people from the tippity top of the mountain. Ladies and gentlemen, a woman in South L.A. says her hubby crashed into her home with a car and returned with a dump truck and rammed it into her home, all because he was served divorce papers. You see the video?
Is it safe to say? Is it safe to say that he didn't want to divorce her? He didn't like it?
Something was wrong. You know what I mean? Did you see the video where he was ramming, like, he fucked some shit up with the dump truck?
He fucked some shit up.
God damn, bro, just sign the papers, be over. But that's what they do on the mountains.
Was she alone in her top tier capacity?
No,
we got more? She's not alone.
We're gonna go to the fucking country above us, to Canada. Canada, you're on the list today. A Canadian woman who caused a $10 million house explosion. Wait, $10 million? $10
million.
$10 million. Okay, wait. When she was driving drunk, is now suing the bar that provided her alcoholic beverages. You can't make this shit up, bro.
You big dummy.
Continue.
As she claims the owners are to blame. The car bomb fiasco occurred in August while Danielle Leas, 26, was driving home from a Marilyn Manson concert after having drinks at the Budweiser Gardens bar in London, Ontario. Le's car crashed her Ford Fusion. Really?
She had a Ford Fusion? She did.
God damn.
That's why it was a car bomb.
So the car was registered to her father, and she ran into a brick home at 450 Woodman Avenue, rupturing a gas line and triggering a massive explosion that destroyed 4 houses.
God damn.
And injured 7 people. The blast reportedly caused damages in the neighborhood of $9.8 million to $14.7 million. God damn, what houses were these?
What was in this Ford Fusion? It literally was a car bomb.
Woo.
Literally.
No one died.
Literally.
But 7 people were injured, including 2 police officers and 2 firefighters suffered numerous injuries.
Damn. Literally a car bomb.
Make this shit make sense. Okay.
So
Canada.
does she have a point here? I wouldn't have never. Look,
yo, you can sue anybody for you can sue anybody for anything, right? You can sue anybody for anything, but you gonna sue the bar that you went and bought drinks at. You walked in the door. Wait. She walked in the door. She sat her ass at the bar.
Requested a drink.
Paid for the drink. You know what I mean? Probably tipped the bartender.
Yes.
Left your ass because you were
chose to leave.
Yeah. You chose to drive drunk, and you got into an accident, and now you want to sue the bar.
But what's up, Ricky? But guess what? She's following suit. That woman that drove her ass to McDonald's, asked for a cup of hot coffee, got burned by said hot coffee, sued the establishment for serving her hot coffee, and won. That's what she's on. That's what she's on.
So you telling me you can sue anybody for anything these days and win? Because, that's some dumbass shit.
Did we not say a month ago the lady sued God for not showing up?
Facts. Mind you, wait a minute. All top-tier Caucasians. I want you to understand that. These are all people from the mountains.
And guess what? She won because God didn't show up.
Like, really?
Anything goes in the mountains. Anything.
Niggas. I last week we let you niggas rock. We let you niggas rock last week. You know what I mean? But not this week. You cannot. I can't let this one go by.
Why not?
Because niggas always gonna nigga. That's why.
Yeah.
Here's why niggas gonna nigga.
I ran into one this morning.
So the reveal of the MLK statue in Boston that supposedly displayed his embrace with Coretta Scott King after accepting the Nobel Peace Prize was met with a mix of arms and
Open arms.
and laughter.
And don't skip over my word.
I'm not.
You better sound that shit
I'm
out.
not sounding shit out.
Disquietude.
Disquietude. That's the second word for today. Disquietude.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Please explain to the people what that means. Explain to me what the fuck that means.
Dismal, like like not
Okay.
dismal.
Hold on. Here we go.
Okay.
All because at the moment of the reveal, one of our cousins
Yep.
compared it to. I'm not saying that's not one of
You
my
gotta
cousins.
say it. It's
That's
one of
not
our
one of my
cousins. It is.
Can't be.
It is.
Oh, one of our cousins compared it to a penis.
Do you got a picture? Can you?
You showed a picture of this shit. Others say that's because the faces and heads were missing. Felt that it was yet another opportunity to dismember the black man.
It is.
Okay. The King's family wrote that this was an insult to her iconic family member and a total waste of $10 million to create such a thing.
A masturbatory homage to her legendary family members. I take time to put these big words in here. You better read them.
I just know I just flipped the page.
That's right. Oh, sorry. No disrespect.
Okay, so
They called
show
it a
me-
penis. Somebody
Show
black.
me where that looks like a penis.
Listen,
Only our fucking dumbass. I'm not owning this motherfucker.
you don't
Really? Show me where that looks like.
here. Like,
Huh?
no, because if you don't see the buttons, which I can't from here, look this way. If you don't see the buttons,
On
it
where?
kind of look here. Right along the edge.
If you zoom the fuck in, those is buttons on both sleeves.
No, here I can see it. There I don't see
Okay,
it.
so okay.
Because it's
so
buttons. And the lady got a bracelet on. It's
Yeah.
2 hands.
You can see. Okay, so was the statue? Could they have done a better job with the statue? Yes. I agree. Like you just. I don't see where you see a penis at.
I don't. Yes. So now see
Still
that
there.
you still can't see it. Now there you can't see it. And motherfuckers,
Where does that look like a penis?
I
You niggas always looking for a fucking joke. And where's the joke? I don't see it. I think the statue is. You could have did a better job on the statue. I think the statue is
it's art. And it is art is seen through the eyes of the person who created it. But I feel
You should have
like
did the head. You should have did the whole.
That's what
fucking
I was
thing,
gonna
man.
say.
You should
At
have
least-
just did the arms. That shit is kind of stupid and dumb.
this is why they said the man, which is nothing. Because they gave the
Who
guy.
created this?
I think
Wait,
he was an Asian guy. I think he was Asian. And they paid him
you
$10
know-
million.
You know
and they
this nigga
said this
Asian
is,
can't see anyway.
this
Their eyes is
yeah,
barely open
oh
anyway.
My God.
I should have did that.
The thoughts and views.
It's just jokes. It's comedy, people. Calm down. But really, I want to know who made this.
$10 million.
Who gave you $10 million to make that?
Oh.
Who and is? Do we have a picture of Hank Willis Thomas? You know what I'm getting at here, because I'm about to flip the page back and put him on.
He said maybe he thought they were veins.
Who said that?
Silk.
Who said that? He thought what were veins? Only Silk would say some shit like that.
Listen, just like you said, Tone, they could have done a better job. I don't feel like it was racial or whatever that they didn't put the heads on there. I just felt like the dude just jumped out his box and was trying to do something different, but we don't like it. And he black. I tried to give it to an Asian.
I tried to give it to somebody on the mountain.
I give it to a mountain dweller. Thomas,
Okay.
You are the Bama
You
of
are
the week.
You are the biggest nigga of the week. Niggas. He took that money and spent that shit somewhere else. And that shit,
That
crap.
ain't $10 million. You know what they do? They go and they hey, my man, can you just give me, how much metal can you give me? Dude told him 4,000. He spent 4,000 and pocketed
The rest of the shit.
9 million.
Fine. The black community is disowning your sorry ass.
Well, let's call out the Latinos then.
Laughable. This is called laughable Latinos. You heard it right.
Yes, let's call them out.
Laughable Latinos. Hold on. You thought y'all were getting away. Y'all been chilling lately. We ain't got y'all. Okay.
Yeah, now.
Santos changed his last name to a Jewish name to get more money on his GoFundMe from Jewish people. His former roommate, Gregory Maury Parker, said that he knew Santos by two names, Anthony DeVolder and Anthony Zabrowski.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
That's not Jewish. Zabrowski's not
It's
Jewish.
not Jewish. With
DeVolder.
Zabrowski being the last name Santos used for his fake pet charity GoFundMe page.
Santos. He said, oh, well.
He would say, "Oh well, the Jews will give more if you're a Jew." Maury Parker is Maury Parker okay?
That's
Quoted
the
his former roommate. The two would only live together for a couple of months, but it was long enough for Maury Parker to witness Santos' deception firsthand. Maury Parker recalled Santos stealing a scarf from him that he ended up wearing to the January 6th insurrection.
He was there at the Capitol. He was there.
Hispanic people, you got to disown this motherfucker. All right. He also lent credits to the story about Santos allegedly stealing $3,000 from a veteran that was supposed to go to his dying service dog.
So this is the nigga all the way around.
He's a nigga?
Latino.
Well, you know, I'm gonna say this because Spanish people, they have niggas. They have niggas.
I gotta change that title.
You know what I mean? He's not laughable. This isn't laughable. He's a nigga.
I gotta.
That's some nigga shit. That is some nigga shit right
Here go Ricky talking about watch yourselves.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, you Latinos ain't getting away with this shit no more.
No.
You know what I mean? This is some nigga shit. This is some nigga shit. Like,
he should be in jail. Like, and DeMaury, what's his name? Parker should be there too because you've been sitting on this shit.
And you knew
been
he was
sitting
doing
on
this
it.
sucker shit. Like, yo,
He
this nigga
finally
stole.
told.
He stole from a veteran. God damn, dog. I'm just done with you fucking people today.
All
You know what I
right,
mean?
well, can we do a few did you knows before we head into our topic of the day?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Did you know? As people are born every day, February 3rd is the only date in history when no one was born.
Get the fuck out of here.
A whole 24 hours. February 3rd. I don't know what
Bullshit.
year. I don't know what year.
You don't
it
know
was.
what year?
It was just one day and forever. One day.
And-
one time. One day.
And this year, on this specific year, and this specific day, it was nobody born.
In the books, that one day, February 3rd, whatever year it was, is the only date in history that no one was born.
Oh.
And people are born every day.
Okay. That's just. Did you know?
Mm-hmm.
Dogs react to equally in a similar than in
Back up,
similar.
back up, back up.
Yo, first off,
She glasses.
I'm trying to.
And
see.
I made it big enough. See?
Yo, here's the problem because you know what I mean. I've been fucking around and not doing my eyes suck like shit, and I be struggling to
It's
see.
okay.
So
It's
like
all right.
right now,
Take your time.
hold on.
Take your time.
Dogs react to
Inequality.
My mouth is stuck.
It's all right.
In similar ways, top to humans, and stop cooperating when they feel they are being treated unfairly.
We do that.
No, you gotta redo that.
Okay.
Read word.
Dogs react to inequality similar ways to humans and stop cooperating. That's it's fucked up.
Thank you.
It's fucked up.
All right,
It's dogs.
it's dogs. It's
Yeah,
dogs.
I see.
It's dogs.
It's fucked up.
Okay, so it's all right. But
No,
in other words, what dogs are saying, if you ain't treating me fair, bitch, fuck y'all.
Yes.
Doing shit
We
else.
do the same thing. January is mental health awareness month. If y'all didn't know that, it's about to end right now, but it definitely is. is the month for mental health awareness, and what they ask or advise people to do is to make your mental health come first. Protect your peace. Don't let motherfuckers get in your brains. And when people are toxic, exit their ass out your life.
Right.
If you don't realize that situations turn into, I put a post up yesterday that your thoughts become things. Your thoughts become things.
Exactly.
And if you are around a motherfucker, that's all that's pouring into you, it'll affect your shit. So make your mental health a priority.
Before we go any further, we have to answer some of these fucking comments over here.
Oh,
Mr. Silk, he said, when did Tone get glasses? See, Tone always had glasses. Tone is supposed to wear his glasses. But Tone doesn't like wearing his glasses. Tone will take them off. You know what I mean? And I've had my wife look at me and bitch at me because I don't wear the goddamn glasses and I'm supposed to wear glasses. You know what I mean? So I decided to take these motherfuckers out and put them back on my face.
I like
so
them.
I can see.
I like them.
You know what I mean? Because I need to see. Because we watch Kiki do it all the time. I
do.
love Kiki because she always has different frames.
I do.
So, yes, I need to see better. You know what I mean? Because especially when I'm riding, if I'm out there riding, I need my glasses or else I don't see shit. And I just be riding. I don't know how I do it, but I just do it. Right? So, oh shit. So yes, Ricky want to expose me. Did you know OC can't see? Yes, the guy can't see. So my dumbass had to go. Speaking, I went to Vision Works this weekend. Taylor had to go get some new glasses. So my dumbass on the first, I went to go do the Invictus ride. I have
I remember
prescription sunglasses. I have
remember
prescription sunglasses. My ass forgot to put them on, and when I went to peel off, I rolled over them, broke them.
Good job.
No.
No, you do dumb shit.
I do dumb shit.
Good job.
Okay.
Good job.
The
How much did
double
that cost? How
high
much did that
five.
cost? How much did that
The glasses into the Vision Works where I got them from. And the fucking little black girl standing at the counter walking through, and I tell her, what's going on? I put my glasses. Is there a way that I can get them fixed? I said, y'all do eye repair, glass repair, do you way to get fixed? She looked at me and said, no, sir, you have to buy new glasses, new frames, new everything. So I stood off to the side while Kayla was doing her thing, and that just didn't sit right with me. She just, shooed me off. So, Tone, you know what I mean, sees the Spanish lady come up to the counter. She was like, well, how can I help you? I was like, well, look, I broke my glasses, and I want to know if I can get them fixed.
Yes.
She said, sure, let me check it out for you. Took my name. Oh, sir, it looks like you have warranty on your glasses where you can get one pair of glasses fixed for free.
Where did she hail from?
Huh?
Where did she hail from?
Oh, she's a laughable Latino. She's a Latino.
Okay. And the first young lady was our cousin.
That's not my cousin.
That was our cousin, wasn't it?
Bitch.
That was our cousin.
I'm not accepting that. So I go sit down at the table with the Latina lady, and she's like, no problem. Da-da-da. So you have I pulled out the glasses, and she was like, oh, okay. Since we don't have these in stock, we have to send it back and, get them prepared for you. It'll take about a week and a half. Thank you. Here's your paperwork. No problem. So now, black girl comes back up the stairs next to her. You know what I mean? So I see my wife peering at me from the side like, don't say nothing, don't say nothing.
You can't help it.
I looked over and said, now that's how you do business. You know what I mean? What you did was very unprofessional and you need some help learning your fucking job. Just like that. Learning your fucking job. So the Spanish lady was like, I'm sorry. Covered for.
You got to.
Covered for.
You got to.
I mean? I've been in this industry for 20 years, so I know a little better. I just need to teach her. We will train her better. And I gave her, every time she walked back, me, bitch. Nigga, bitch. You know what I mean? So you niggas get a job, and you work this job. Learn what the fuck you're doing. You know what I mean? If you don't know, ask somebody.
Some stuff is
self-explanatory
as it goes along. And then there's people's willingness to, hey, I don't know that answer. Let me go ask a laughable Latina. I mean,
exactly. You should have went. Let me
go ask Marta.
Let me ask somebody because I'm not 100% sure. Instead of just telling me no, you gotta throw your glasses away and start all over again. You know what I mean? You should have went and asked somebody, and you didn't do that. You know what I mean? And it was my job to embarrass you in front of other customers and other people that were there to let them know that you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
The first lady just broke up with her boyfriend who looked like you.
Oh,
Batman said.
happened?
Batman said the first lady, your cousin, you look like her boyfriend.
That's
all.
what it was?
Yeah,
She was a little
broke
upset?
up with- yeah, you look like her father.
Well, bitch, you better learn how to do your damn job. So I saved some money. I didn't have to pay for nothing because they were free. They were under warranty. They're free. You know what I mean? And I was looking at some new frames.
Well, great.
Well,
Did you
I had
know?
to get that off. Did you know?
That snails sleep for 3 years, up to 3 years.
They,
I envy a snail.
they sleep for 3 years.
Up to
Okay,
3
so
years.
wait. Is
Up to
this,
3 years.
Is this like continuous?
Continuous sleep.
So
straight.
they just stop wherever the fuck they at and be like, yo, fuck it, it's nap time. See you in 3 years.
Yeah, see you in 3 years.
God damn.
Hmm.
Did you know? Did you know? The mouth, the vagina, and the anus are all lined with the same skin cells.
Yep, I did know.
Well, I researched that and I found out that your lips and your anus and your butthole are the same.
It's the same.
It's the same.
That's why niggas be anyway. Later for that.
Well, all right then.
We're gonna do 2 more and then that's it.
All right,
And then we're gonna move forward. Is that okay? Cause
Yeah, please.
my anus is in my lips, you know.
Please, go ahead. Go ahead.
Did you know that your brain is constantly rewriting and editing your memories? This is the reason why you add shit or remove shit or forget shit. As you live and you've been on this earth 40-something years, your memories start to change because it rewrites it. The brain.
Okay, this is uncontrollable brain has.
So when you like, stop lying. Some people are not lying. It's their brain's fault. It's their brain's fault. You want to do our last?
Okay,
Did you know?
I'll do the last.
All right.
Ants yawn and stretch their 6 legs after they wake up.
They dope.
Did you know?
They dope.
You know?
They're dope.
Ants sleep like niggas. Wake up.
Ants.
They got to get that stretch in. You know them hard-working motherfuckers. All right.
I don't know if this is karma or not, but I don't know if everybody is aware that Lil Boosie speaks out all the time about gay people and transgender and homosexuals. Like he just does not like
All right,
them.
shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Now, Boosie is always speaking out on homosexual matters and has vehemently expressed that he doesn't believe in it. Well, his daughter just took to social media and she came out as gay. Is that karma?
Yes, it is. I want to see him speak out against his daughter now. Speak out against your daughter.
Do you think that he's going to change his views? Half
No.
and half. Talk
No.
to us.
No.
I see you. You peering at me. You're peering. Do you think or don't you?
That's his child. He has to deal with it. What's more to say?
Would a situation such as that force a rational person, to have to rethink and rewrite their memories?
No, because of the fact that
Good morning, Ty.
they huh?
She said good morning, and nobody said shit. Y'all rude.
Oh, I didn't see
That's
that,
why
baby.
I
I
don't
didn't
like
see that,
y'all.
Ty. Ty, what's up, baby? You know what I mean?
Hi Ty. I think that once a guy sort of like established, not a guy, just a person who's established a beingness, and then their offspring counters it, I don't think they're gonna change. I mean, my dad, he was a full blood Republican, and even though all the crazy shit that Trump was doing didn't change his views. And me being, I didn't establish myself as a Democrat. I just sort of like, I just feel like the right people should be in office, not some crazy nut. And I countered that with whatever my dad said. So once a person has established themselves as what they are and their offspring counters their beliefs, yeah, it's going to be a battle for a while. So,
Well, I feel like this scenario is what I was pointing to. I feel like if you live long enough to be wrong and be fucked up, and God graciously gives you breath every day to live and learn and to evolve with the things that go on, and He puts a life. What's the word I'm looking for? a lesson in your life like that, I think you don't have no choice but to rethink that. You have to. Your blood, your blood
Yeah.
has come out and said, I'm attracted to the opposite sex. Not that I'm a murderer, not that I killed seven
Just like
people.
the same people, the same
I like the same sex.
gender of on my own. Okay.
I like to see. We got to keep a watch on Boosie. You gotta-
Keep
we
watch
gotta-
on Boosie. I'm
yeah.
gonna keep watch on Boosie. Okay. So let's play this this scenario out.
Okay.
Who's right or who's wrong?
Okay.
A college student interrupts class and yells at teacher over discussing her paper in front of the class. You know what I mean? She was discussing her paper. So the girl wrote a paper. Right?
Okay.
The student gets irritated and raises her voice with insults. Right?
Bitch.
Stupid bitch. What the fuck
Black.
is you doing, bitch?
Bitch.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
She was black. She was black. Right? Teacher asks student to apologize. Student refuses and teacher calls campus police and had the student arrested. Who was right and who was wrong? You see the phone number up there, 301-761-1040.
Call us.
Because Cyrus said earlier, this is the number you use to get your fucking taxes done.
1040.
1040.
Okay, so read that again.
Come on, Tom.
Okay. College student interrupts class and yells at teacher over discussing her paper in front of the class. Right? Student gets irate and raises her voice with insults to the teacher.
Student
Right.
now, the kid.
Yeah, the student.
Okay.
Right? The teacher asks the student to apologize. Student refuses. Teacher calls campus police and has the student arrested. Right? What did you arrest her for?
Disorderly conduct. It is the student's fault. And the reason being is the fact that, A, you're in college. Keep in mind that college papers are always, certain college papers are always an example of what's right or wrong. Even the teacher will probably present their paper of something right or wrong. And it's just an example of how to improve. This person, I believe, all in her feelings and took it the wrong way, not understanding that a lesson's being learned here, or being taught here, I'm sorry. That is just one example of what I've seen in the last week. We've had the entire Memphis Grizzlies going after Shannon
Oh, I
Sharp.
want to get that too. We'll get to
We'll
that.
get to that soon. But the thing is like you have a guy, again, in their feelings, where one person is just telling you how it is. Sha'Carri Richardson, again, is in the news because she's in her feelings because someone's telling you what is right and wrong. And instead of being compliant, you being combative.
And receptive.
Yes.
Not even complete. You don't even got to comply.
Yeah.
Just be receptive.
Yes. Just understand the fact it's like, hey, we got there's a plan here, there's a lesson here, there's something here for you to learn. I think modern day, you can say millennials or whatever, they're so into their dumbass feelings and not realizing the fact that someone is giving you a teaching moment. And for you to, calling whatever words, I'm mad at you and all that stuff, that's not helpful for you because look what happens. You get kicked off the plane, you getting arrested, you are probably get ejected out of a game. A lot of things these modern, these 20-somethings, they're so hyped on emotion and not realizing the fact that someone is trying to teach you something and you don't give a shit.
So Grace says this person could be a student could be a full-on adult. Here's the thing, because that matters not. There nowhere do teachers sign up to be insulted and get insulted and cursed at and yelled at. In class, from the beginning of class, from the beginning of time, the teacher has discussed your business in front of the class.
Yeah.
From the beginning of time, there's the rules have not been rewritten, and you feel a way probably because it was the paper she was discussing. You probably had negative marks on it.
Yeah.
So it goes back to what I was saying about people don't know how to receive rejection or receive everything that is not positive as rejection. Why does that have to be negative? Why are we even here?
Because again, for whatever reason, our generation, the Generation Xers, when we became parents, it gets to the point where it's like, well, I felt a way when my parents told me I was wrong and all that stuff. So I'm not going to do that to my kids. That's what happened. The days, that's why I feel like with football, it's like, look, I remember Vince Lombardi's quotes or statements and things of that nature, because it's like, you try to win the game. That's it. Losing is not an option here. If you lose, the key thing is you learn from the losses. And that's what I do. That's what a lot of people should do. But the offsprings of the Gen Xers, for some odd reason, those Gen X parents, they've been telling their kids, it's like, no, I got you, baby. We'll help you. No, you're great. Here's a participation trophy. Here's some cakes and candy to help you feel better and all this stuff. Instead of telling them, it's like, no, you lost, learn from it, and so that way you can win the next time.
So was it extreme that the student was arrested?
No, that's warranted. You disorderly uprooted an entire conversation for no reason. Yeah, you should be arrested.
I probably feel like the teacher saved her or himself. But go ahead. Look, you waited too. I love you.
First off, now I'm going to say I'm agree with you. If the student was out of line, there's no home training. I think, right, and this is just my opinion, I think the student felt some type of fucking way because of the way the teacher was talking about her paper.
Okay.
Right? Was the student wrong for standing up and fucking voicing her opinion and doing it in an insulting way? Yes, that's not how you handle shit. Because I'm looking at some of the comments and like, yo, you can't, if I'm at work, I can't look. Can't look at your boss and be like, shut the fuck up, nigga. You doing dumb shit. You just a big ass dummy.
You can think it.
Well, I think it all the time.
Yes, absolutely.
I think it all the time, you know what I mean? But you can't do that. You know what I mean? You can't. You gotta, there's some type of respect level that you have to have there. And I'm quite sure this is the first time that you wrote a paper and you've been in school, like Grace was saying, that they've read your paper. They talked about your paper without exposing who the author is. So nobody in the class knew that you was a big dumb fuck. Until you decided to stand up and say something. Now they're like, oh, you the dummy that the teacher was talking about. So you expose yourself. Now, let's move on to the arresting part. I think it was a little overkill to come in and put her on the table and put her hands behind her back and put cuffs on her and remove her from the class. That is over. Now you're going overboard there. I think that point there, she should have been removed. The officer should have asked her to remove. Now, I saw what Zip said. If they asked her to leave and she decided not to, then I understand that you have to escort her out the class one way or another. But putting cuffs on her, I don't think that's the way. I don't think that's the answer for a child that didn't show you any type of, she wasn't going to harm you.
Again, this is a college student, right?
Yes.
Not a child anymore.
Okay, well, and from my age where I'm at, I'm still gonna look at these as kids. You know what I mean? They're still growing. They're not
young adults.
They're young adults. So it didn't require for them to put handcuffs and drag her out the class. You know what I mean? You officers, you could have carried the little. She couldn't have weighed but 105 pounds.
No.
Huh? She was bigger than that?
I'm sure.
Okay.
You can only find 205 pounders, and that's Silk's daughter.
I saw the video. It's Silk's daughter.
Silk's daughter is number one.
Is number one?
Yes.
Okay.
And T-Mac's daughter is number two. You can't find. It's only 205 pound kids living.
Well,
Everybody else.
My daughter, about 110.
Well, I didn't see that one.
All right, like that. Right. So hold on. So I'm just at this point. What did she do to require you to put cuffs on her?
She probably refused to be removed. She probably refused to leave. And then listen. So
you arrest her for that?
So let me ask you. you in class and you trying to continue on because we passed it.
Of
You
course.
said what you said, and I'm trying to teach on, and you still hurling insults and shit.
She was in her feelings.
You
at that
was
point.
disruptive.
She was in her feelings at the point. I said the student was wrong, not taking up for the student. No, your behavior was awful. It was atrocious. You shouldn't have. You was in your feelings. You let some shit like that cause you to react in a certain way. You know what I mean? I get it because I used to be the same way, but working on a better me today. You know what I mean? So, but she's still young. You know what I mean? And my personal opinion is I don't feel that you need to put cuffs on her. You could have got her out there, got out of there some other way. Now, will she be allowed to go back to the class? I have other questions. Will she be expelled? Are you going to expel her from school? Are you going to suspend her? What would be the outcome? Because now you're going to give her a criminal case for cussing somebody out.
But
hold on, that's exactly what you did because I saw somebody say it's disorderly conduct.
Yes.
That's a criminal case for cussing somebody out. So that means if I cuss anybody out, I could be locked up for disorderly conduct. Oh boy, I should have a whole bunch of charges by now.
You got to think it's our fault that we're here because you know what? So many teachers got videos where kids done beat them up, they done jumped them in the class, they done hit them with desks. We're our own people.
Yes.
We did this.
Oh, we did.
So now we mad when that happens, and the teacher get to slapping your kid in the fucking face.
Oh, that ain't gonna happen.
No, I'm just
That
saying.
ain't gonna fucking
No,
happen.
we get mad when that happens,
Of
right?
course.
But then now we're mad because she said, "Hey, baby,
I'm not mad at that. I'm
I'm only reading."
I'm not what you wrote. Your dumb ass probably barely made it to college because you're writing some stupid shit if she had to go over your paper. I'm just assuming right now because I don't know the contents of that conversation, what the teacher was saying about your paper.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Obviously, it was something negative to warrant that type of response out of her, right? Mm-hmm. So you at this point, you got to suck that shit up. I'm quite sure her dumb ass been writing dumb ass papers and doing some dumb ass shit. You know what I mean? Now, I get it. The teacher, you get cussed out. It works both ways. The teacher can't, you shouldn't be up there cussing a teacher out. I get it. But bitch, it happens. You know what I mean? Should it happen like that? No, it shouldn't have. You were wrong for cussing the teacher out and going in, but you cops did the most by arresting her.
So what's the next step for the teacher and for the kid? Like, now we're gonna for the sake of science, we're gonna say the child was a young adult.
Okay.
Kayla's age. I'm just saying, like around, and you're still over this child while they're in college. What is your next move when she come home and say, "Dad,
I'm cutting you the fuck up, boy, bitch, you know better, motherfucker, you know better. What the fuck you in there acting up? And now this shit is all over the news. You embarrass me as a fucking parent. Fuck wrong with you? I sent you to school to learn, not act the ass. Mama used to tell me that all the time. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be, as a parent, I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm gonna go in on my child. Nah, so there's got to be some type of repercussions. Hold on, first, and I noticed Grace had said something earlier about the you get a what is that? The book, the manual, the student behavior guide, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You signed this thing.
Code of conduct.
Code of conduct. Mm-hmm. You signed this thing, and you say that in there it would state that you can't do that shit. Need to be suspended. There's some type of punishment the school is going to give you for that because you know the code of conduct and you violated the code of conduct.
Cause and effect. Because you did this, the effect is that, and we really.
She's a college student, Brandy. It didn't really say how old she was. It didn't say how old she was. It just said she was a college student.
And what this this scenario is just trying to highlight is we have to help our kids be accountable for their behavior. If he was wrong, this is what the fuck happens. Like, we have to help them to not be so sensitive when things are not always rosy. Gosh. You're not gonna always get your way. You're not gonna have things. Your rules don't apply in this motherfucker. Just because you wouldn't discuss your paper, just like Krista said. Most of the time, if you turn these papers in, it becomes the property of the institution. So I can do with it what I need to do with it without disclosing that it was torn, that you were the author.
Okay, so they're not going to disclose who the person is who wrote the paper.
Right.
They are just going to talk about the contents of the paper. What was right, what was wrong about it, what could have been done better. You know what I mean? Those are the parts they're going to talk about it. Now, as she's reading this paper and saying some stuff, and I know this is my paper, and I wrote some dumbass shit, I'm going to sit over and look, man, shit, I'm not taking no ownership at all that I wrote a dumbass paper and make me look stupid. Nah, I'm not going to do that.
Well, guess
No.
what? You probably can because that's learning.
Nope, I'm not taking ownership of that.
That's learning.
You feel me?
And
Because
then,
now
you know-
she's in here making. So, what if the teacher's? What if the teacher was in there making fun of this? Who wrote this stupid shit? Well, can you imagine me as a teacher? Which one of you little ignorant motherfuckers wrote this dumb ass
That's
shit
why
that I
you're
had to
not a
read?
teacher, Tone.
Again, here's
Come
the
on,
missing
Come on,
point.
half and half.
Come on.
Make it make sense.
Here's the missing point. Usually with college teaching, it's like, okay, they'll, like I said, they pull this paper out, make it an example, never mention who the student is. And then after the class, they'll bring in that student so they can discuss. That, again, that student didn't get for some odd reason, didn't think that the fact like afterwards they can discuss how to quote unquote improve this thing.
Yeah.
Because all instantly they felt quote unquote embarrassed. They felt insecure about themselves to feel as like, oh, you're putting me on blast, well, I'm putting you on blah, 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 and get to the point where, hey, you're handcuffed, arrested, and maybe expelled or quote or suspended, out of school. That's that student's fault. From right from the jump. It is like you let the teacher teach, and because again, they're professors. They're professors for a reason. They have a plan to where they're going with this.
So it's safe to say that she didn't wait for the, hey, half and half, hang back.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you.
Okay, but like some people say,
Yeah.
it depends on what we don't know is what the teacher said, what the teacher was saying. The teacher could have been ignorant and saying some stupid shit and insulting the person. It doesn't warrant you acting fool. It warrants you after class pull the teacher over the side, or just like you niggas was able to pull out the phone.
They must, yes.
Exactly. Pull out the phone and record her getting arrested. You could have recorded her what the teacher was saying about this child, so we would have more depth in this conversation.
You're always
exactly.
The sad thing about this is like I've said this when you guys started. Years. I mean, it's ever since about filming everything. You're only seeing half a story. That's it.
My point of view.
Yes.
I see it from my point of
Yeah,
view.
and that's
because
it.
just like in those fights, and just like when they review the tapes and they review the New York reviews plays, it looks different from this side.
Right.
And then when you flip that joint around, you're like, he didn't drag his toe.
Right.
Schultz.
Yeah.
I digress. You didn't drag your toe.
He
Schultz.
took one step and walked right out of bounds. He kept going. And just like, yeah, no, nigga, no.
Okay, so.
That's another thing that fucked y'all up too.
It did. That's another thing that fucked us up.
So Batman said the student was menstruating. She should get a pass for that.
Okay, I got a question.
What's up?
Do men still want the element of seduction and mystique? Or they just want what they see? Like, have we gone too far where we can't back it up for the element of the teasing? And I mean, like burlesque versus twerking versus stripping. Have you gone too far? Because have you seen so much now that if I come and I'm the art of seduction happens, I'm now a nerd, or I'm you know.
I'm not going to look at that because although I see it being done, it's not done to me personally. I'm not going to say that. Bring that shit on.
Do you appreciate that?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I was watching some old movies, right? And I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay, come on.
I was watching. I had clients in my chair, and a lot of my clients are younger. So I on Saturdays try to teach people through movies, right? They don't know it, but I put on Disorderlies with the Fat Boys. So they led us into who are they? Who are they? Who are they? Yeah, he didn't know. He was that young.
This was my shit, dog.
He's 20 something, so
Okay.
he didn't
He
know.
don't know shit.
So I said, oh, well that's this, that's that, which led me into Crush Groove, and I was telling him that the Fat Boys was the first rap group, and I say that slight, that was in a movie, in a funny movie, not being rappers. Because, B Street and all that shit had rappers being rappers. It was about that. But
I
Fat
agree
Boys
with you. I think
came
you're right on
in.
that. I think
Okay.
you're absolutely right on that.
Yes. So Fat Boys came in portraying a part as the funnies, and they wasn't
They weren't
the
rappers.
premise wasn't rappers.
They weren't
So
rappers.
it led us into
It just
Crush
so happens
Groove.
they can rap.
Yes.
They weren't rappers.
So it led us into Crush Groove. And he was like, Sheila E. in the movie, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at it. I said, at the end of it, he said, man, that was a great movie. I said, this is the story of Russell Simmons. And I said, Run DMC. He said, I think I heard of them. So when he started hearing the music, he said, oh, they sang that? Now he went to Sheila E. and was like, she was bad. I said, with all her clothes on.
Yes.
Like, there wasn't a stripper in the bunch.
Back in those days, it wasn't about stripping and
Booty and coochie
hanging out
prints
fucking-
and nipple rings.
Yeah, it wasn't about that shit. You know what I mean? You had to be fly. Your hair had to be right. You had to have on the right gear and all that other shit. They were fully dressed. And sisters back then were fine as fuck. How the fuck she gonna eat? You know what I mean?
So I was asking, like, as a man, because you now can go in the tip of your hands and your fingertips every day and look at coochie all day long,
Of course.
and look at the insides of everybody's anus and lips.
Just gotta bring that back up again, huh?
I gotta bring it back. Are we too far gone now? Whereas if people started putting their clothes back on and giving the man the element of seduction or surprise or mystery, do men still want that?
I think men it's too far gone right now. You know what I mean? And some of these younger men they can't separate the difference. They don't know a sexy woman. A sexy woman to them is a female that has no clothes on. She's butt ass naked. You know what I mean? She's twerking in front of them. That's sexy to them. You know what I mean? Stop normalizing these booty implants as being sexy. That shit is not sexy. That shit doesn't feel normal. It doesn't feel right. It don't look. It kind of look good, but it don't right. It doesn't feel right to me anyway.
Half and half.
Okay. As you all know, I go to Exotica on a yearly basis now. It seems like it's a yearly basis.
What is wrong with you?
What is he saying? No. What are you saying?
Looks like Kiki, I just want to be beaten a bit. Like, what's wrong with this guy? Marcia has her hands filled with this cat, man. I swear to God.
Okay. So, yeah, you see TNA everywhere and all that stuff nowadays. And again, that's the new allure, bringing in people and stuff. But the thing is, here's the mystery part, is the conversation. That's the mystery. That will probably help you stay attentive to this particular person. One adult entertainer I had a great opportunity to chat with, mind you, she was bubbly and all that fun, but she was a good conversationalist. I mean, they're smart people. One of my favorite people, and I'm surprised to this day, I was glad to talk to her, even though she was a bit tipsy, was Melissa Ford. Everyone looked at Melissa Ford as just a video girl.
Oh, she's smart.
Yeah. The moment you hear her speak, it's like, damn, that's the mystery part, is the moment they say something. And I think that's what's highly missing with a lot of, when guys see a beautiful girl, they just see the beautiful girl. They see her, real tits or not, the BBLs or not. The thing is the fact that it's like, can they hold a conversation? And for the women as well. The guys can could be sexy as fuck, but can the guy stimulate your mind in a sense? And keep in mind, folks, mental stimulation helps everything else in the bedroom. So to be honest with you, yeah, there still can be mystery. You can look at a naked woman, but can you have a decent conversation with that person? That's the true mystery.
It's proven when you look at people who have a degree of modesty and they don't get as many likes, they don't get as many shares, and then you go to a girl who is bearing her insides, her anus, her insides, and then the girl that is modest, it depends on where she's rooted in, will become this girl in a few months. So I was wondering if it is possible for us to reverse it. And here's why I asked this question. I walked into, we was at the lodge because it was football weekend or whatever, and people know what I look like when I'm not in work, or I'm not, like when I go out, I look a certain way. And the guy, this older guy, walked in. He was just talking, blah, blah, blah. And then the conversation ensued, and it was right down my lane. I'm on that nerdy shit, right? So I get to talking. The dude is looking like, I said, what's wrong? He said, can I give you my card? He said, why? He said, I got some stuff I want to talk to you about. He said, and to be honest with you, He said, the way you look, I would have never known that you were smart.
So they judge you by your looks.
He
They
judged me by
you
my
your
looks. And I started to think about some stuff, right? Because I probably get that. And I'm going to tell you, let me back up. Years ago, when I first went to Las Vegas, one of my friends was calling me on the phone. He said, look, you're going to, because I put up, I'm going to Vegas, y'all. He said, look, check this out. When you go to Vegas, do me a favor, like, don't wear blonde hair. I said, why? He said, because prostitution is legal. This is what he told me. Prostitution is legal, and I don't want nobody to misjudge you. I was like, well, I don't have that problem. He said, you do. He said, a lot of people don't know, Kiki, that you smart. He said, because of the way you look. And when this happened to me yesterday, it brought it back.
So Kiki is for y'all that don't know, that Kiki can dress very seductive.
I can.
She can get it in. But knowing Kiki is very intelligent. You know what I mean? So I don't give a fuck how you come at Kiki. Word of advice. If you're not intelligent, you're not going to get very far with Kiki at all. If you can't have a conversation with Kiki about something, you know what I mean? You're not even going to stimulate it. She's like, yeah, all right, I'll let you later. That's all you're going to get. Kiki has said that on the show time and time again. It's the mental stimulation for her that gets her.
It is.
You know what I mean? It is nothing else.
You will knock me over if you use words like disquietude, if you use loquacious, lugubrious, if you, baby, you're going to get me.
Use these words,
you're going to get me.
You know what I mean? And that's it. Nigga, don't go studying these words now and try to use them all in the wrong content. You know what I mean? But the point is, I think that's kind of sexy with a woman that can have a conversation and they can talk about something. You know what I mean? And I get it. You're going to walk around and you're going to look sexy, but I'm not going to judge her until she opens her mouth, like he said. As soon as she opens her mouth and starts talking.
Remember, open the mouth to talk.
Not to suck in, but just open the mouth to talk. You know what I mean? And we having a conversation, like I always say, if I rap with a female, within the first 5 minutes of rapping with her before I was married, you know, I knew if this is somebody I could kick it with, or this is somebody that, we can't talk, we can't do nothing. Because you sound stupid, and there's
I have a earth-shattering question for you and for you. Do you feel like your presence here makes a difference?
with my kids, it does.
Will your absence make a
My
difference?
absence make a difference.
Yes. Just think about it.
I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be dead, so yeah, I don't know. Will it make a difference with my kids? I believe so. My absence of not being here, and I can say that because last night I get a text message from my little chocolate baby. You know, the chocolate in between the two fucking crackers, and the thing she said to me in the text message just melted me. And if something ever happened to me, I think she would be the one to take it to heart. I think my absence would really hurt her. You know what I mean? So I think for your kids, you know what I mean, that's maybe some of your peers. You know what I mean? Like if something happened to Kiki, I'd be kind of lost because that's my dog. It has nothing to do with the fucking show, but that's just my dog. You know what I mean? Because you can have a conversation with him. Kiki always gives good advice. So, you know what I mean? It all depends on the individual.
What about you, half and half? You think your presence here makes a difference, and will your absence?
Personally, with my presence, usually I would say yes and no. The yes part feeling is like based off of what a lot of people would say, like, the last couple of weeks since the starting of, Beltway Radio and beyond. Yes, cheap plug. Everyone keeps saying it's like, you need a, Chip has been saying on Chip Chat, it's like, you need a Brian in your life. It's like, okay, you need a white man. You need a white man in your life. Mm-hmm. And especially this latest clip you guys should hear. And being, if I disappear, I personally see the effects of it. Meaning when I was let go from my main job 5 years ago, and I saw the downhill spiral of that place.
Okay.
You're right,
So I've seen where I leave a job and I saw how things just fall apart. Mind you, I'm not the main cog of it. I was just part of the helpful machine, whatever sprocket to help the machine keep going. Mm-hmm. But the main thing is, like, once I left, I can see the deterioration and how bad it was. So something of that aspect, meaning professionally. Now, as for, let's say, family, friends, life aspects, um, actually, that part, I got the sense like a lot of people have kind of like some of the friends I have lost contact with, they felt fine without me. I haven't reached out to them. They haven't reached out to me. We kind of moved on. I guess that's how life happens. I still, try to keep a lengthy, string out, in case, I do want to say hi from time to time. But overall, it's life happens, especially this day and age. The losing contact with somebody, it just happens. So eventually, a lot of people, sadly, they move on for their lives and they continue on, and they'll still have the memories and stuff like that. But it's sadly it's life.
So as my sister said, my family, if something happened to me, my family, and she was like, I would have a hole dug next to yours. And I believe that. When Mona comes, it's yeah. I would have to rephrase it. Not only my kids, my wife too. She would be lost. So you have family members and people would be lost without you. Are you referring to people in general, like your peers? Is that what you're saying? Are you referring to your peers or just everything?
However you interpreted the question.
I would definitely say family, well, certain family, not all family, certain family. I would be lost without them. Like something happened to my sister, I would be lost without her. Something happened to my wife, I'd be lost. But it refers back to what White Man said. Eventually, you move on from it. You move on with your life. Life goes on. It doesn't stand still. It doesn't stop. And I wouldn't want somebody to die with me. You know what I mean? I would rather them keep living. You know what I mean? Just hold me in their heart and their spirit.
I'm gonna answer that. Do I feel like my presence here makes a difference? Not all the time, and I'm tearful about that because
Why? Your presence makes up. Okay, so let me ask you a question, Kiki. Let me, come on, I need you. Go ahead, take
I
your
know.
time. Take your time. But here's why I asked you that. Do you think your friends and family around you, you don't make you're not an impact on their lives? I believe that you are an impact on their lives, right?
yes,
And there's a lot of us. Go ahead, take your time, baby, take your time. But I believe that you do make an impact on around ones around you. That is to be true. Go ahead, you.
I don't feel like my presence makes a difference sometimes because it's like no, I feel like the most that you do to become relevant because you're relevant when you're born. Thank you. You're relevant when you're born. Let's be clear, right? And I do know that, but it seems like people will throw you away. They'll throw you away. You will give and give and give and be a part of something. And that happened to me in my job situation where I worked in this position. And this is light. This is not what is tattered around, but this is light. And I felt like I was so valuable at that moment. And I can cut and paste this to my personal life too. I was so valuable at that moment. And then when I was dispensed or dispersed or gotten rid of, life kind of moved on. And the thing that you put so much into, you seem to be forgotten about. Now, where it was affirmed to me that my presence was important, it was because of my absence. It wasn't until I wasn't there no more. And then people started to say, oh, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I miss you. And the thing that I was doing the most of that you never cared or it didn't seem relevant or didn't seem weighty when that's missing, people were coming back. And at that moment in time, my heart did move on, or I moved on and I didn't look back. But I didn't realize until just now, as I cried, that sometimes people don't make me feel like my presence. I don't. It's not their job to make me feel like my presence makes a difference to them. And I think that because I don't know that, my life's purpose is to remain positive that my presence makes a difference, and not look for my absence to make the difference.
If
Does that make sense to you?
yeah, if you look at if you're referring that to your job, the job is never going to appreciate everything you do for them. It's not their place to appreciate. That's not what they're going to do. But the people around you, your friends, the people that know you, appreciate what you have. They're going to miss you if something happens to you. They're going to be lost without you. Like you have to understand, you're the glue to a lot of shit that's going on. You know what I mean? And when something happens to you, that shit falls apart. I'm a firm believer of that. You know, with you, I'm a firm believer that you are an impactful person on people's lives. And we need you around. And as humans, we don't show you or tell you every day how important you are. And that's another way of people not giving you your flowers right there. Well, I'm gonna give you your flowers because I need you in my life. Baby. I can't do this shit without you. Without me, because you give something to me over these last few years. You've given something to me that I needed that I didn't really know I needed. It was just you just being Kiki. It wasn't you being somebody else. So, you know what I mean? I appreciate everything you've given me. You made me stronger. You've changed. If y'all didn't realize, in the last few years, Tone has changed drastically. Look at Tone 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and look at Tone today. You know what I mean? And that's been coming to work. It's coming to work here every Monday with her, and working with her and being around her and talking to her. She's part of that. She's part of that system. And I need my support system, and she is a major piece of that support system. So, I'm gonna give you flowers right now. You know what I mean? You got all the flowers in the world. I need you. If something happens to you, I'm gonna be lost without you. You know what I mean? And I'm quite sure family and friends will feel the same fucking way. You know what I mean? Because you're that important. Now, if you're gonna tailor that to your job is not gonna give a fuck about you, baby. Once you're gone, they're gonna keep it moving. You know what I mean? They have a business to run. They don't care about your feelings or the person who was. They're gonna find somebody else to do it. They don't give a fuck about you. But it's your social network, your personal life, your friends, your family. Those are the ones that are gonna be impacted if something happens. If you leave or you're gone. You know what I mean? Those are the ones that are gonna fall apart without you. The ones that truly care. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
Not everybody, but the ones that truly care about you are gonna be like, fucked up. And it will never be the same again. You know what I mean?
I didn't when I thought of that, my job was included in that. It wasn't it wasn't the precipice. It wasn't the reason for it, but it definitely was included in that because I started looking around like, damn. And then I realized that during my 2-week vacation, because I was on vacation for 2 weeks, I got a fax to my house, and guess what it said on the bottom? We love you, Kiki. At the bottom of that paper. And when I got back, the stuff that people was telling me, and the whole time I'm feeling like these motherfuckers, like, they could take or leave me because how they was carrying shit. And then my absence made the difference. And I don't want that to be in my life. I don't want to have to be gone from you for a motherfucker to understand and respect and appreciate my presence. And again, my goal is to not let that happen where I can control it.
I think people should give these people the flowers that are in your life, because a lot of times we don't give the people the flowers that they need while they're here. The people that are in your life that's important, that bring value to your life. Not the motherfucking ones that's just there for a minute or a hot second, but the ones that bring value to your life. We need to start normalizing giving them their flowers now and letting them know how important they are to us.
Well,
I think that's important.
Since you said that, I'll take this opportunity to give you yours.
Oh, I get flowers?
You get I even sprayed him with Creed.
Oh, shit.
You are an important element to me. You a friend. I can call you and talk shit.
We talk shit to each other.
We riders. We know the same lifestyle. I've seen the turnaround in your personal life. I didn't know you as long as a lot of these people, our supporters or family members are watching. I didn't know you that long. I did see the rough tone, and I see the tone that's more refined. Even today, when you came in and got the car with your glasses on, I looked, I waited like, yeah, I like that. I don't know what that does to your aesthetic, but the inside is following whatever this look is supposed to be. And I get nerdier when I put glasses on. I ain't gonna hold you. I do. I curse less today. I did. But I feel like you bring that raw part of me that I can't be, you bring that, and I respond to that. So even with like the times when you wasn't here, the energy be different. Like I kind of know you. I can put the dot on the end of a sentence when I be writing this shit. I write this stuff with you in mind because I know you. And
give you that.
I respect you, and I respect you. I love you, and I respond to your indifference. I respond to that raw part of you, and I don't change, bro.
No,
Like, don't change.
I mean,
Change, but don't change.
It's growth. You're gonna
Yes.
always you're gonna grow. You're gonna change as you get older. You know what I mean? I don't have the same views that I had 2 years ago. My thought process is different. That's me growing on a personal level. You know what I mean? But I think we should normalize giving these people their flowers. We should normalize these people that are in your life, these pillars that are in your life, and we don't do that. We don't do that at all until now, when the person's dead and gone. Now you want to give them the flowers. It's not about giving flowers about anything, but these are people you should let them know how important they are in your life and be open. And some people, you want to be sheltered and keep your feelings closed. I choose not to live like that no more, man. I'm gonna tell you how the fuck I feel and what I feel about you.
I thank you for being receptive to change, to being receptive to difference, because I know I'm different, and I know I whatever that edge is. I thank you for being that, because you didn't have to. You could fight this shit tooth and nail, and so thank you for growing with me.
We're growing together. Now, there's a part of Tone that still can have some little ignorant shit with me, but it's not as much as it used to be. You know what I mean? I get to an event and party, I want to laugh and joke and crack jokes and shit like that, and that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? See, so there are people out here that like to poke the bear, and this is where I can see my growth at. That poke the bear, want to talk their shit on the side, and all that shit. But then it gets back to Old Tone. And the Old Tone would have fucking went live and called you motherfuckers out and blasted all you motherfuckers. Yeah, I'm talking to you. But today, the way I am today, I let the shit roll off my back, man. I keep talking. It ain't gonna phase. It ain't gonna affect me. I'm gonna keep living my life. I love the peace where I'm at. The peace where I'm at is where I need to be. I'm very calm with that.
Consider yourself lucky, because he was close. Consider yourself lucky, because he was close.
Bruh, I wanted to, because the streets talk, but I'm not going to. But I see how people like to poke the bear and want to and look for that reaction out of you, and that's that they just negative, and they trying to bring that negativity out of you, because that's what they thrive off of. And now I'm not going to give it to you, so now you got to go find another source to get that from, baby, because you can't get it from me. Now, I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking. I like to just ask some shit.
Just ask some shit.
You know what I mean? Name a comedian that never made you laugh. Half and half?
You got a lot.
Name a comedian that never made you laugh.
What's her name?
Oh, shit.
Amy Schumer.
Schumer.
Really?
She is not funny to me.
Okay. Kiki. Name a comedian that never made you laugh.
Is this like on stage or in movies? Just period?
Let's say on stage, in movies, whatever you feel as a comedian that you just didn't find funny.
I don't know if Michael Jamal Warner was, Jamal Warner. What's his name? Michael Jamal Warner. What's his name?
That's Theo. Theo is not funny. He's not a comedian.
He's not funny.
Yeah, he said comedian. He's an actor. There's a difference.
Okay.
Because comedians do act, right? They do act, but name a comedian that you never found funny. It couldn't even make you laugh. You could watch they stand up and watch a movie and you just did not find this person funny.
I don't have none, cause my humor runs the gamut. Like, I get dry shit is funny to me.
Okay.
Dry shit is fucking funny to me because my humor's dry. So I can't find a comedian whose job it was that is notable. Because these days, you know who's not funny to me? Mike Epps is not funny to me. He's made me laugh in the past. He did, so I guess that's wrong, right? Because he's made me laugh. He's not funny now. CeeLo said Dave Chappelle.
Whoa, okay,
Hey,
this is their opinion. Hold on.
Their opinion.
This is their
He's
opinion.
an acquired taste.
So
He's an acquired taste.
You know what I mean? This is, you know what I mean? Tiffany Haddish is another one.
Oh, yes.
That does not make me laugh. I agree with you, Brandy, on that.
Yes.
Tiffany Haddish is not.
She said Monique.
Monique is another one I do not find funny.
Hold on,
somebody
Brandy.
said D.L. Hughley.
Hold on, Brandy.
Kristen said D.L. Hughley.
Hold on, Brandy. She's never made you laugh?
Who, Monique?
Never. Monique. Monique's never made you laugh. I've laughed at Monique. I'm not arguing back and forth. I'm just trying to qualify.
So you said you laughed at Monique. What made you this new Monique or
The old Monique made me laugh.
Lavelle Crawford?
He said, Cat Williams.
Miss Simone, Adrian
Yes,
Simone.
Cat Williams is not funny to me.
I know who never made me laugh. The big joint that lost weight. He's in the area a lot. He got dreads. I think it's
Earthquake?
Earthquake. I don't think Earthquake's funny.
What?
Oh, okay.
Earthquake. I don't think he's funny. I went to his show, look, literally on my birthday 2 years ago, and I was like, he did not make me laugh. That's
the dude from DC.
The dude from DC. I felt like whoever bought me tickets wasted their fucking money. Like I really wanted to protest, like give me my money back because the wings was good. But
Okay.
I don't even eat wings. I don't even eat wings. I had to order them because that's what it was. But Earthquake is not funny.
Zelo said he was like Dave's funniest stuff was written by someone else.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Well, most comedians shit is written by somebody else. You know what I mean?
Dave Chappelle don't write his own shit.
I don't know. I don't know that to be.
Okay, there are a team of writers.
They're a team. They all have
but
teams.
he's the head, so and he approves on certain things. So, come on, I understand that business part. You know, there's always a team where Chris Rock has a team of writers.
Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Did Pookie make me laugh? I can watch it stand up and I'm just be like, okay.
Blacker and Deffer was this funniest shit to me. After that, okay. I didn't notice nothing else. You have to be a fan of his, in my opinion, to laugh like ha 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 to me.
I've been told a lot of people don't think Kevin Hart's funny. I think Kevin Hart was fucking hilarious. I can still watch him stand up and be busting out in fucking tears. Matter of fact, we were watching him stand up last night after the game, and that's just funny to me. You know what I mean? Like, yo, but this is everybody's opinion. I think Dave is funny. You know what I mean? Dave's comedy is on a whole nother level. That's a whole nother level of comedy that they're not in touch to deal with right now. You know what I mean? I was on a plane watching one of his stand-ups and was rolling. My wife was hitting me like, shut up, you laughing too loud. Nah, nigga, this shit is funny. Fuck these people.
Somebody said Lavelle Crawford.
Yes, Adrian Simone said Lavelle Crawford. Have you not seen Fat Boy in action?
Bruce. That's who I mean. Bruce? Not Earthquake. Bruce. Yeah. Thank you, Corey. Okay, so he's not funny.
I can go there with you.
Bro, I was pissed off.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of them out here that are not that fucking funny to me.
Earthquake is funny. My apologies. Sorry to the Earthquake.
Earthquake is fucking hilarious.
No, Bruce is not funny.
No, he's not.
He's not funny. It's not like
some people. I mean, they get carried on. So now, when you watch the Kings of Comedy, the original Kings of Comedy, who was the funniest out of them all?
The original Kings?
The original Kings of Comedy. Kings of Comedy.
So,
we're talking about Bernie Mac, Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, and D.L. Hughley. Right?
Yeah, you're correct.
Who was the funniest of them all?
Probably Cedric the Entertainer to me. I laughed my ass off. Steve Harvey didn't.
Steve Harvey was really never a comedian. He had comedy, but
moments.
That's what he has moments. You know what I mean? I'm always forever will be a big Bernie Mac fan. Bernie Mac is always the one for me that would have me fucking in stitches. You know what I mean? He would have me in tears. I was a big Bernie Mac fan.
Okay, so if I can compartmentalize, right? Humor is like this to me. There are people who have comedy about real life.
Yes.
Cat Williams.
Yes.
Cedric not Cedric the Entertainer.
Cedric the Entertainer's not. He's not that funny to me.
Dave Chappelle. Those people, they make life funny.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy he's just funny to me all the way around.
He was funny.
Chris Rock to me was funny all the way around. Like they didn't have a lane, and I felt like the biggest, the one that just made me laugh the most. Mm-hmm. I still say it's Eddie Murphy. I laughed my ass off.
So.
And he crass and raunchy.
My man Con, what's up, Con? What's happening?
What'd he say?
Venue GPS, shout out. He was like, certain people like are comedians, movie comedians. Now you gotta have the difference because sometimes you can be funny as fuck in a movie because the script is written for you and you bring that certain element to that role. And then you can be hilarious. But when you get on stand up, you're like, this nigga is not funny. I'm wasting my time. Mike Epps is one of them. He has his moments in a movie. That nigga is fucking hilarious.
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker. That Yeah.
Was he a movie comedian or was he a stand-up comedian?
He was a movie comedian.
No, I disagree.
Do you?
I'm to this.
Are you taking it back to Def Comedy?
I'm taking it back to Def Comedy.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what
He's still funny to me. It's just I think as the years progress, of course he's more into acting than keep doing his comedic stand up. But I still think he's funny as a stand up.
So here's the big money question.
Okay.
So starting out like Def Comedy Jam, do they not? Is that their purest self without writers when they start out fresh
Yes.
like that,
And I
then
miss
they
that.
end up?
You don't have that. You don't see that no more. The Def Comedy Jams was when that was just them coming on the stage with their best shit, making you laugh.
Because I feel like once maybe Chris Tucker and Mike Epps didn't have writers
Hold on.
because they kept saying the same stuff and it did
Exactly.
it
So
never
it's not funny.
never evolved
It didn't-
into
Exactly. You didn't
Yeah,
come
yeah.
up with, you didn't work on your skit and come up with new fresh material to laugh about. Here's another one that when nobody, I'm looking up and down this line and nobody mentioned his name.
Who?
Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence is funny.
Was he okay? Was he like in the show? He was in the TV show or in movies. Was he funny that way, or was he funnier on stage?
No, he was on stage. Both. Because
both,
if you
yeah.
both.
I
I think
I
both.
go with that. Martin was funny, but Martin was a genius when it came to the show of Martin.
But look, no, you got to go back to when he did
He
Run
hosted-
Tell That.
he-
Run
yeah.
Tell That. He did
Yeah.
a whole, bro, that
He did a
shit
couple
was
of them. He
fucking
did a couple
funny.
of them.
And the one that shit was fucking funny.
So Martin Lawrence should be on. Is definitely one of mine that I like. You know what I mean? But when you say D.L. Hughley, I've watched D.L. Hughley a couple times in the last few years. I've watched D.L. Hughley a couple times. D.L. is funny, but if you watch D.L. Hughley live, that nigga's drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
There's a difference if you get drunk DL or sober DL. Sober DL can sit here with Kiki and go back and forth and have an intellectual conversation on a whole other stratosphere, right? Drunk DL get on the stage and he's a nigga. He's a nigga.
I feel
He's
that
a
way
nigga.
about Cat Williams. I feel like Cat Williams, he kind of heavy
Cat Williams
when he
is
ain't
a
sober.
movie
I mean,
comedian.
when he's sober. I think he heavy when he's sober.
Yeah.
But I think that his intellectual shit just, it throw me, right?
Exactly. So
But
that's another one.
He's ignorant as fuck.
Now,
And speaking to Krista, Jess Hilarious is just ignorant. Like I think she
She's
hood
ignorant.
funny.
Not-
She hood
ignorant.
funny.
She's
Like
not,
she
she's not a person that you're gonna go on. I'm sorry. She's not gonna host a show and be in a comedic show and she's gonna hold it down and do her thing. No,
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
She's hood
yeah.
funny.
She got moments.
Now they
She got
saying
moments.
DC Young Fly. That nigga's ignorant as fuck.
He ignorant.
Now, hold on. There's a lot. Now, if you watch, what is Nick's Cannon show?
Wild
I
Out.
don't know.
A lot of these niggas are comedians. You know what I mean? But
Funny.
they're comedians. They funny as fuck in other ways on how they do shit. You know what I mean? Now, are they going to be big names like that? I don't know. DC Young Fly is going to take it to another level because that little nigga is ignorant as fuck.
And so is
Ignorant
Carlos. They whole shit.
is
Like,
ignorant.
yeah.
So
They-
here's what it is. Are those comedians or are they just ignorant niggas that can make you laugh?
They're ignorant.
They're ignorant?
I mean, let's keep it real. Wilding Out, that whole setup is, I think, it's a good for young comedians, up and coming comedians to work in, because they get to, mind you, be themselves and they do a lot of razzing and stuff like that, which is fine. But I just feel like if you put them and give them a 30-minute show, I don't see it. I mean, you know, by themselves, not as a
not- okay. Yeah.
stand-up show. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't see it. Now, I'm saying minimum for 30 minutes because that's usually the standard. Usually, it could be less than that just to begin. But if you give them a good 30-minute show,
Not funny.
and I just don't see that because
Okay.
I think the fact that these people, love to go against each other than put themselves out there and explaining about whatever they're going through.
And we like that shit
Okay,
nowadays,
so hold on,
especially
hold
with the invention
So
of internet. Sorry.
Tweeter said, and I forgot this one. This is not hilarious at all. Joe Torre. Foreign motherfucker he is. That nigga will make me go to sleep.
Now, Guy Tory's funny. His brother Guy's
Okay.
funny.
Joe Torre, you trash.
Yes. Wayne, he said Country Wayne. I didn't think Country Wayne was
I
funny.
do not find Country Wayne funny at all. And this dude is he just does skits on top of skits on top of skits. And he's got his own series line. I ain't knock how you getting, but I don't find you fucking funny. I've seen when he was coming to town. Didn't move me to go buy tickets to see him. I'm like, nah, this
I
nigga's not
didn't.
funny. See, hit this nigga stand up. No, he's not.
Brandy said we laugh at ignorance. It'd be funny because you can't make this shit up. And not only that, you can identify with it because it happens
Because
to you.
it happens.
And that's why the shit be funny.
So like Grace says, he was sure as drunk DL is ignorant as fuck. He's just observing and picks the little things. Hold on. So I was in December 30th. I'm in fucking Eagle Bank Arena and DL, I'm there with DL and DL comes on the fucking stage and you sitting in the front row. If you go to a comedy show and you sit in them front rows, you got to be ready for the jokes to come your way. And this nigga DL was drunk as fuck and I don't know what this dude did and that was it. Man down. Nigga, you were the butt of his jokes. His whole fucking, he ran his skit. But he still came back to fuck with you. Clowns you right out the fucking door. Clowns you out the door.
So should we give flowers or grace to those like the Carlos Millers and the DC Young Flies who don't have a skit? They just get on stage and go for 2 hours and the shit just be hilarious? Or do we understand and appreciate those who sit down and have writers and plan the whole show? Because to me, I think if you can fly off the hand, off the dome like that shit like that.
It's like that. And that's a different kind of comedy right there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's a different, I'm not saying that like they don't have writers. They just get on the stage and these niggas are sitting there around each other laughing and joking and finding shit to laugh about. They look at this shit and they gonna make it funny. That's a different kind of comedy right there. I respect that comedy. When you have a bunch of writers and shit like that, yo, this is when niggas get to that superstar status. You got writers. You know what I mean? But I like back in the days when you didn't have writers. Like for me, Def Comedy Jam is still something I will watch to today. Why? Because these niggas was raw. They would come on there and be fucking hilarious. And they gave you everything they got from their own shit when they didn't have writers. I like that shit.
I challenge you, dude, because half and half is good at this. Give me your best white comedian that just make you fall out your chair. Take your time. Look. He's ready. He's ready.
Robin Williams.
Yes.
You can't. I mean, to this day.
Yeah.
To this day, if it ever comes back on his appearance on Johnny Carson show, and it wasn't a skit. It was like they were interviewing him, and he fly off the dome. And I swear to God, I did not stop laughing. I was crying laughing for 20 minutes because he was just that funny, and again his comedian presence was just pure gold. Second to that, I would still say would be Billy Crystal because I still have his Marvelous album, and I just felt like to this day I remember my dad was laughing at it when I played it. I mean those two, the two guys that gave us comic relief. I mean those in addition to Whoopi, I mean those two guys, they are just really pure golden people.
You know who's funny to me? What's the guy named that did Curb Your Enthusiasm? Bald head down the middle.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. The guy who wrote Seinfeld, you mean?
Yeah, he's funny to me.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Gilbert Gottfried was funny to me.
Gilbert Gottfried's funny.
He was funny to me.
How do y'all feel about Gary Owens? You know what I mean?
No.
He's an acquired taste.
He is.
Yeah.
Gary Owens is...
He the nigga that can join. He the dude that can join in the class and just...
He can play on both sides of the table.
He's funny though, but I not hilarious.
Red
Grant.
Yeah,
Red Grant that was running for mayor.
So I saw him on the 30th, and he was there, and this nigga, his fucking laugh, yo, he's a funny motherfucker, but his laugh, nigga, had me weak to the point I was on my knees out the chair because that shit was fucking funny. Red Grant is a funny motherfucker.
Red Grant.
So is he considered white or black?
Both. He hit a black joint.
Keep in mind, he did run for mayor, so
he surely did. He surely did.
You know what I mean?
Well, let's give some perspectives. Look, before we get out of here,
All right, that's what's up.
we're running close.
All right.
Perspective, y'all. Look, sorry about the paper flipping.
You were born a priceless individual. Stop trying to be priceless copies.
Nice.
You didn't get that?
Say it again.
You want me to say it again?
Mm-hmm.
You were born a priceless individual. So stop being a priceless copy.
Yes, Larry David is
Let
right,
that sink
Mona. Perspective. Once the respect is gone, it's over.
Yeah. Say that
over.
again. Say it to him again.
Once the respect is gone, it's over.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's very true. You know what I mean? The more you play with it, the harder it gets. I don't want to even.
I know you need pause.
Pause.
But it's
pause, true. Pause. Pause.
Say it again, Tom.
No.
You want me to say
Yeah,
it?
you can say it.
Perspective. The more you play with it, the harder it gets. You can put that anywhere you want.
That people perspective. People never want to hear the right thing from the wrong person.
This is facts. Here's some food for thought. Write it down. Emotions sometimes alter facts.
Michael Rappaport is not hilarious.
He's not.
He is not
Sorry,
hilarious.
Angela.
Nice try, Angela. Love you, but no, he is not hilarious. Food for thought. Cream always rises to the top.
You always got some. You got some good ones today, bruh.
Keep that in mind, Ty.
Keep that in mind. Oh!
Chai! Woo!
I don't know who needs to hear this, but weed is legal, but it cannot be consumed in public, only in the privacy of your home or fucking residence. Not in the back of the shop, bitch.
They're gonna do that.
Well,
it's that time. I think is it that time?
it's that time. Another fun. What we got? Half and half.
Oh.
Let's
Unless
go.
you want to talk about Shannon quick.
Real quick.
Sharp
Let's go.
real quick.
Let's go.
So hold on, y'all. So we didn't get to touch this earlier, but motherfucking Uncle Shannon was about to get beast mode on Ja Morant and them fuck-ass Grizzlies. I think the Grizzlies are trying to be something that they're really not. You know what I mean? They're arrogant young fuckers that your team is okay. You're not that good. You know what I mean? But pipe down, little fellas. Don't let the fucking words of these white people telling you fill your head, because Uncle Shannon will whoop that ass.
You should have started out with the scenario. What's the scenario?
So they were at a game,
Yes.
right? And some words were exchanged. You know what I mean? As far as from my understanding, there was some words were exchanged.
Shannon Sharp, a big
Shannon
motherfucker.
Sharp stood up and was like, yeah, he got into it. And then John Morant and them came running over to the rescue of what's the fucking doofy white boy who was going to get his ass knocked out.
Get his ass knocked out.
You know what I mean? Hold on. And then somebody, daddy, jumped up and wanted some smoke. I had my money all over Shannon Sharp. And niggas made fun of his little sweater, but that sweater cost $3 Slim.
I wanted that sweater.
That sweater was hot. I don't care what you say.
I liked it. For me.
I liked it. I liked the joint.
Maybe it's
you know
a unisex.
So hold on. So Shannon, you know what I mean, if you don't understand, this nigga Shannon Sharp is a diesel motherfucker. Yo, he take care of himself. This nigga's still in shape. Even though he don't play football, he still has a football body. I mean, you little basketball players that weigh probably what? Now, hold on. I'm not saying that a big nigga can't beat a small. Nah,
yes.
I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, Ja Morant, you ain't got enough ass in you to motherfucking flex one of this nigga's arms, bro. Slow down. Play ball. Stick in your lane. What you want to do? You know what I mean? Y'all run around and act like y'all niggas is bad. Why, when I look at the Grizzlies, it gives me that wannabe bad boys image. Like they want to be the old Detroit Pistons. Like, why does that give me that image when I think of this team and how they carry them and conduct themselves? Yo, y'all could never be the bad boys. Y'all could never be the Detroit Pistons. Calm down, pipe down, be who you are. You the same niggas that walk around in tight, skinny jeans, you know what I mean, with your butt cheeks hanging out. Nigga, be easy. Relax. Don't fuck with Uncle Shannon. Uncle Shannon gonna fuck you niggas up. And I'm bad because I'm missing. I didn't see it. I don't get to see Undisputed like that anymore. Still watching Undisputed with Skip.
I recorded it today. It came on at 9:30. I was here. I recorded it. I got it on my phone. Like I have to see it.
I need to see that shit. You know what I mean? I need to see what he has to say and how Shannon. And you know, Shannon always likes to take the high road. You know what I mean? But that point there, all nigga came out of him. All nigga came out of him. He's about to get it.
He said, "Bill Cosby startup sweater again."
Wow.
Well, really Cosby out.
Yo, Cosby out. You know what I mean? Crazy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But, you know what it is. It's Monday morning. I'm Tone.
I'm Kiki.
Real Talk Uncensored.
See y'all next week. Peace.